Hey, Rocky LeGrone, your sales development expert. Let's talk about sales hiring. One of the things we always say is A players won't work for B managers. Now, a lot of B managers don't know they're B managers. They think they're great managers. A lot of principal led businesses where the owner is basically the sales manager and the owner, president, CEO, head chief cook and bottle washer. But also in larger businesses, there are a lot of managers that got promoted to management because they were great in sales and they're good people, but they don't know what they don't know. And they don't know that they don't know it. And it's not their fault. I really believe that they do their best and they do what they know to do. But, a lot of people just have not been exposed to best sales management practices. And then, of course, there are some I'm sure you've seen, maybe you've had some experience personally with some that are just horrible sales managers. But if you're looking to build a team of A players, we really got to start at the top. We got to look at the sales manager. Are they effective at coaching? And what I mean by that is, are they coaching people up or out? Are they empowering their people, or are they really enabling their people and closing meetings for them and babysitting and coddling and all of the things that sales managers do to try to help salespeople, but it's the wrong method. It's the wrong way to help grow salespeople. So when we say A players won't work for B managers, maybe you've experienced this. Maybe you had a great salesperson. They came in, they ramped up really fast, they did really well. And what usually is the symptomatic outcome of an A player working for a B manager is frustration. The manager says something like, they're always trying to change stuff. They're always doing it different. They're always just like, yeah, they sell, but they're creating problems. They're forcing us to kind of do things we don't normally do. They want tools and resources that we just don't have. And so there's conflict that gets created. And the A player salesperson goes, I'm not working here. I can't do this. And so they start looking for another job. And it might take 3 to 6 months to do that. And then their sales start to wane. And the sales management and the leadership and the organization kind of goes, well, I thought they were going to be great. What happened? And then the summary is that great salesperson, well, their ego is too big. Well, they wouldn't do what we asked them to do. Well, we wanted them to do it this way, but they did it that way. And so those are the kind of outcomes you have when you've had great A players. So when we look at helping a company hire the right people, we got to look at more than just who's that person, what's your hiring process, what's your interview process. We need to look at the culture of your organization. We need to look at the skills and the strengths and the weaknesses and the challenges of sales management. We need to look at the systems and processes that you have in place that either support or don't support high performance sales. So there's a lot more to sales hiring than posting an ad and looking at a resume and attracting people, which obviously in today's time, April of 2022, there are a lot fewer candidates on the market. Now, that might change with the recession, and you're already starting to see companies that are laying people off. But until that changes, we have to be smart about who we attract, and we have to attract the people that are going to fit in our organization, and we have to raise the bar for ourselves in order to attract the best people that we can find out there. And when we attract those best people through the sales hiring process we teach, you will absolutely need to look at your internal systems, your internal processes, your internal leadership, because you can have all the greatest people in the world, but if you don't have the right environment, you don't have the right management structure, systems and processes, coaching, accountability, motivation, and all the other tools that are necessary, you're going to lose those people. And on the other hand, we run into a lot of people who say, well, I want someone to be able to do this, 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 and what they describe is someone that has skills to make 150, 125,000. And the company wants to pay 50,000 with some bonuses. But if the candidate is making 125,000, they're probably spending 130, 140. So that's kind of typical, the way things go. So there's no way they can afford to come back in their pay scale, even for 2 months, 3 months, in order to make 175 or 200. It's just not possible for them to be able to make that switch. So another thing that companies have to look at is, do we have the comp plan that is going to attract and keep the best people? Hire the most expensive people you can afford. That's what we want you to do. Get the right management skills and strengths in place so that you can have those great salespeople come in and hit the ground running and never stop. So just a couple of tips and thoughts in summary. Hire the best people you can afford. Let's take a look at sales management systems and processes, and let's see what that right salesperson looks for that's going to hit the ground running and take off and give you that 5 to 8 times return on investment in the first 6 months. Hope this is helpful for you. Have a great day. Good selling.